This is today's News Talk, TNT, and I'm delighted to have with me here Piers Corbyn.
Hello.
Hello, Piers. Good to see you again.
Absolutely.
You're a veteran of all the freedom rallies. I've got to know you very well over the years. And
all our freedoms.
Absolutely. You took a real great stand right at the beginning of those in the craziness of the last 4 years.
Yes, well, I've been arrested 16 times.
That's a lot. That's 16 times more than I have. Gosh, congratulations. I don't know if I should say congratulations. There we go. And you're here today, obviously, to support Julian Assange.
Really?
What are your thoughts on the case and what this means for us?
Well, will he win or not? I don't know. But I think the powers that be are a bit scared to deport him because of the outrage there will be. But on the other hand, maybe they want this story to carry on because it reminds every journalist that it could be them. But my thoughts on it really are that Julian Assange is our Gaza Strip of freedom. That's what he is. And now we're in an era where all our freedoms are under massive attack. So, I'm here to unite all these fights for freedom. And we have this United Front campaign, as you know, and I've intended to stand as London Mayor under that, for example. But, all freedoms are under attack. I mean, he defends our freedom of speech and our freedom to know. We're also got under attack our medical freedoms, the bodily autonomy, being attacked all the time under guise of medication. The freedom to drive is taken away by the Mayor of London. And so it goes on. And I want to unite all these freedoms.
I mean, these are things you can unite this under the idea that our freedoms are being taken away in lots and lots of different areas, in lots and lots of different ways, by different mechanisms. And, today we're here, obviously, Julian Assange is fighting for freedom of the press, freedom of speech, freedom to express yourself, freedom to question the government even. And if we can't question our government, then we live in a tyranny, don't we? In a totalitarian system.
We do. And the Mayor of London should be speaking out for freedom. But instead, of course, we have the biggest oppressors of freedom in the world around in London. The BBC, Facebook, Google and so on, who are, censoring everything we do. Now, if I was Mayor, I'd be taking some action against them. And the Mayor of London should be speaking out around the world to free Julian Assange. I mean, everybody should be doing that.
Yeah, I mean, we've got people from across the political spectrum.
Really?
You're on the left, I guess, I'm on the right, but we come together because for this issue, because we stand for freedom. But you expect someone like Sadiq Khan, who puts himself up as a Labour
to
be able to speak out against this. And it's absolutely astounding that he's not, and I haven't heard a peep out of him.
No. But I think one has to question what is the Labour left, what is the ex-Labour left, even, because they support restrictions on freedom to drive. They support taking away our medical freedoms in various ways, involving injections and so on. And they carry on believing it. So really, the ex-Labour left is actually Starmer light. I mean, they just say, well, they're nice people, okay. And of course, on the issue of Palestine, they're mostly different. And my brother is 100%, defending freedom in Palestine and against the genocide in Gaza and so on, which is excellent. So that's really the only issue that distinguishes them from Keir Starmer. I mean, but we have to build an action against all the attacks on us now, which are coming from the World Economic Forum, and Israel, of course, is a key component of the World Economic Forum. So a defeat for them in Palestine would be a fantastic victory for the whole world in the fight for freedom and democracy and rights.
Well, I see these political parties, that we got in the UK as all the same. They've all coalesced, and they're all, as you say, they're all following the agenda of the World Economic Forum. It doesn't matter whether it's Rishi Sunak or Michael Gove or Keir Starmer or David Lammy. They all go to Davos. Some of them, they all go to the G7 summits. They're all, having a whale at a time in these five-star hotels with the globalists. But they're a world away from people like you and I, who are really, feel what is going on in ordinary life with ordinary people. And, that's a difference. And these big political parties, I think we need to make a movement against them.
Oh,
Because
completely.
they're all together, and it's them against us.
Well, I'm standing as London Mayor. I've got to collect £25,000 in the next 3 weeks, by the way.
It's
And,
expensive
big
to
advert.
stand for London Mayor.
1,000 people at 25 quid each. And I've got a little advert here.
You've got.
Can I hold this up?
Oh,
Here's from
well,
Mayor
I-
Piers Cash now. Am I allowed to?
I get. Well, you've held it up already, so there you go. He's already.
Don't
It's
ask
just done it.
And really, the United Front, which a lot of people behind the United Front, it's just not me.
Yeah.
Like, the first one, principle, is men are men and women are women.
I totally agree with that.
I
That's
mean,
good. Biological
You
sex.
go
not
to a
definitely
Labour
not
Party
genders.
meeting or a Labour left
Yeah.
meeting or ex-Labour ex-left meeting or
Mm.
whatever, and you're called a Nazi for
Yeah.
doing that. I mean, this is insane.
Yeah. This has only come up in the last few years, and this has come out of nowhere.
Of
But
course.
we're expected to affirm this insanity these days.
Yeah, yeah.
I've looked at your 12 principles on the site, and they all look very good. We're against the
Yeah.
climate alarmism is another one, which
Completely.
is used to bring in all kinds of nefarious policies.
Completely. I mean, that is a key ideology that backs up everything they do.
Mm.
I mean, the destruction of farming now is done in the name of saving the planet. Well,
Mm.
actually, what?
Yeah.
Saving the planet, we're going to die if there's no food.
Mm.
No farmers, no food. But the ideological justification is the so-called greenhouse theory. Now, that is fake physics.
Mm.
It's completely fake physics. Carbon dioxide has zero effect on climate.
Yeah.
Climate controls CO2 levels. And the same applies for nitrous oxide and anything emitted by cows. It is all lies. It's fake physics. And come to weatheraction.com and download our free pamphlet on the matter.
I say it's fake chemistry as well. This is
Absolutely. It's fake
You're a
chemistry.
physicist, I'm a chemist.
Exactly.
So there we go. As I have a chemistry degree, we can agree together. The carbon dioxide is not a harmful gas, but this is
But
to bring
it's the gas of life.
Indeed, it was used to
Life.
bring in all of these terrible attacks on freedom. Like, we're losing our freedom to drive our cars with
That's
all
right.
of these restrictions and extra taxes that are being brought
That's
in.
right.
Mm.
And blockages on all roads. I mean, if
Mm.
I was mayor, the first thing I'd be doing is opening the junctions. I mean,
Mm.
Sadiq Khan has blocked and narrowed all the junctions, so there's just traffic jams at junctions. Is to make it difficult to drive.
Absolutely. Well, I stood to be London Mayor last
I
time.
know you do.
I'm not standing again this time because
all right,
I'm-
but you-
I know you're standing,
You
and
could
I know
stand as an area.
well, we will be putting forward candidates for the London
That's right.
Assembly, so
And they can be
definitely
backed
that's
by,
what I'm doing.
if they're part of the United Front. Okay.
Well, it's I'm not saying anything publicly on
course
air
not.
about anything, but we are talking about things behind the scenes with various people. So hopefully things will work out there, and we can all come to, we're all against these big parties, fake Conservative, Labour, Lib Dem, Green, who are following the globalist agenda, and none of whom have stood up and spoken out for
No.
Julian Assange.
No.
It's you and me and other people from challenger parties who are standing up and speaking up for his freedom. I haven't heard anything from Rishi Sunak. I've not heard anything from Keir Starmer. I've not heard anything from the BBC about what's going on today. So, that says something, doesn't it?
Well, absolutely, it does. I mean, they need to keep this. They need to keep him oppressed, as I said, is to warn every journalist that they could be next. That's what it's about. So I don't think they'll actually deport him because of that. They'd like him around to remind every journalist. However, of course, it doesn't mean we do nothing. We've got to defend his right everywhere all the time.
Yeah. Well,
maybe they'll half deport him because they take him halfway across the Atlantic. I don't know, but we've got to defend him whatever.
Absolutely. And we need to try and get people into positions of power, because it's the Home Secretary could have said just in a second, we're not going to extradite him, we're going to set him free. But they haven't done that. And there's been 3 Home Secretaries since he was put in Belmarsh.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely appalling that they haven't done anything about it. But anyway, look, it's lovely, absolutely delightful to talk to you, Piers.
Can I advertise anything else before we go?
You've got 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Say
All
what
right,
you want to
fantastic.
say. I don't say that I endorse this myself.
All
but
right,
listen
well,
to
you know what I'm
Piers,
going to
okay?
say. But we have to be practical in the fight back against World Economic Forum. I mean, parades are great, yes, but we've got to do things like boycotts. Boycott these Israeli companies which are complicit in. We need action against 5G towers, and so on. Are information motor highways, but also they are going to be used to switch on and off things in your body that have been injected there or got there by other means, and that will be there making people ill. And then they'll say disease X is here. Then they'll want to have a World Health Organization lockdown of our rights and another injection program. So, that is a crucial thing. And again, if I'm London Mayor, I'll do that. And please come on the website, theunitedfront.uk, to pledge a donation.
Thank you, Piers, for
Thank you.
all you're doing. Okay, good to see you.
Excellent.
Lovely to have you on the show.